Yep, here we go. I do apologize again. Can we get a big
No, we got
heart
time.
in
We got time
chat?
because Zico's coming. Zico's.
Oh, okay.
You can go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Can we get some massive hearts in chat for our warlocks? Our warlocks are gods.
Yeah.
Okay?
Actually, Mad Season helped coordinate this. He started a few rounds ago. He's been coordinating this for us.
Yeah, Mad Season Show. Adam in chat, give him a big thank you. Because of these people, obviously, we're able to swap things around and make sure that we don't have these different issues happen. I almost feel like this is even good because now we're going into different settings. It's like, we're changing the scenery up. We're making it a little bit more exciting, and I'm going to consider that a really big positive. Like, overall, guys, I'm going to be real. Like, I'm surprised the tournament has gone as well as it has so far. This has been amazing. And so I'm very happy about that. And honestly, thank you guys all for watching and supporting and being so positive about what's up, Rich?
Hey, what's up, guys? I changed suits, so.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Nice. Dude, he's still here, too.
I don't know what he's doing.
I am not going to get my security deposit back. This is terrible.
Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah.
So what do you think so far?
I think it's been pretty good so far. I mean, pretty much the kind of stuff that we expected to happen is going to happen, right? Like people are going to grief or whatever.
Well, let's talk about the meta. Who do you really see coming out ahead here at the end of the tournament? What class? What player? Where are you coming from?
So I do think Mage is really, really strong, and obviously, I think you have both really good players playing Mage, and also Mage is a really good class. So combination of both, especially at this level, is a pretty big deal. Again, this is like level 40 meta, so like it is what it is. I think everybody kind of understands that.
Yeah, this is. Obviously, the players with more skill are going to have a massive advantage, but there is a certain amount of just innate unfairness that goes with, I mean,
it's level 40 vanilla WoW. It is what it is, right?
So, there it is, dude. There it is.
I do think Vendruki has a good shot. I think any of the mages have a good shot, right? The first duel was really, really exciting. The one with Vendruki and Drakova.
That was, I honestly feel like that was probably our strongest duel so far.
I think so too.
And like, I really, really enjoyed watching that one. And also healing stat versus hot form.
I think that was a good one
the
too.
fact that he was able to counter all of hot form's resets, I thought really showed the power and potential of a priest. Because going into this, I didn't really see a priest who was going to be able to do anything. But now, I'm pretty confident that we can see priest do a lot more.
Yeah, priest is surprisingly. I mean, it's kind of the nature of WoW, right? Where it's like, it's like a healer, right? But they're surprisingly really good.
Well, back in vanilla WoW, like there's a lot of elements of that really do make a big difference, right? Is you have people that are healers that are still able to do damage. Like I don't know how many times I've raged whenever I lost a duel to a healer. Because I would feel like such an idiot, but it would happen.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way that vanilla WoW is. Like, all the classes are 1v1 viable in some sort of a way or another, and I think that really was what makes it so interesting.
Yeah.
And so I'm very, very glad to see that. And also seeing all the different variants between classes. It would be one thing if we saw, like 16 mages or 16 rogues or something like that. It'd be like the MDI or something. But,
or a vanilla WoW speedrun of a raid.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be great, dude.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna get the thing done.
All right, let's do it. Okay, boys. So we've relocated, and now we're ready to go. I think everything's gonna go pretty well, guys, and we'll hopefully at least be able to get a few of these matches out of the way without any sort of interference, and really knock these out. So I'm really excited to do that. As soon as Zico gets over there, we'll be ready to go.
I just did a quick bio.
Okay.
And dude, I'm telling you, the games on phones these days are so good. I really think that, within a year, we'll probably be doing mobile gaming tournaments. Do you guys have phones?
Well, how are they going to play Diablo Immortal if they don't?
Dude, also, I've been getting a lot of practice inside. So I don't know if you've been playing in Naj. There's actually a really tough game that you have to play. I've actually been getting a lot of really good practice on it on my phone.
Okay.
It's called Candy Crush.
Oh yeah,
and it really helps you if you do want to be the best Naj player possible.
How much money do you spend on that?
I'm not a soccer mom, so I can get delicious without any in-game investment. But you can see I actually missed a combo there.
Wait.
Yeah, watch this one.
Show it to the screen. Show it to the screen.
Watch this one.
They have this is just a world quest in WoW.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they paid the big bucks to acquire King, right?
Well, they have the I thought they thought of something original. They stole their own game?
They stole their own game.
It's like the Human Centipede.
Could you imagine if they actually, stole a game that they made 15 years ago?
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
Watch this.
You never know, boys.
Look at this. Wait, I don't know how to use the chocolate one.
So this is actually, by the way, this is made by the same company that WoW is made by. Candy Crush is made by King, and King is owned by Blizzard Activision.
Yeah, so I've been practicing for 8.2. I think you guys
I can see that.
Yeah, I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. But now we're going to be jumping back into the classic action. Yeah, Asmon's actually downloading it right now.
Yeah, of course.
The future of gaming. But the question is, who's going to secure the future of this tournament? We have already seen the prowess that these players have truly been able to flex, and now we're going to start fully employing our Warlock team, and we can't thank them enough for helping us with everything in this tournament. And I can't thank you guys enough for enjoying the show with us so far. This is
our team of elite Warlocks led by Mad Season.
Dude, we've been planning this tournament for so long.
Like the second day after beta, we're like, you know what would be cool is if we did a dueling tournament.
And it's just
and here we are.
Yeah. So this was why Rich was. Oh no. But I think the thing is it's incredibly complex to get off the ground, and we got to give another shout out to Tips. We basically took his rule set and modified it for this tournament. We learned a lot from his duel tournament. We're excited for his second duel tournament.
Absolutely.
And big shout out to Esfand for making everything work behind the scenes, and also for all the players who have been super cooperative with us. And big shout out to the trolls. Right, nothing without my haters.
Hey, dude, there it is. Haters make me famous. Remember all those quotes that you'd have back at the late MySpace days of all these different things.
Khaled.
Oh God, dude.
Hey, so
how are we doing?
So we're still working on getting people here.
Okay.
Yeah, still working on getting some people here. If we could get some Horde to help summon some of the Horde competitors here, that would be nice as well.
Okay, great.
Also, should I say the thing we talked about earlier?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about that.
I think now's a good time. So, guys, apparently Zeroed, whenever he was dueling Peo, was in a group and he wasn't aware, and he had blood pact on, and he barely survived on one of the rounds that would have made it to where Peo would have taken the win. So what we're doing is we're going back and we're fixing that. Peo will be awarded the win, and then Zeroed is still going to be in the losers bracket where Peo was. So they're just gonna flip-flop spots. And actually, just for the record, a lot of people are saying Zero cheated and this and that. Zeroed, not only did he not know, Zeroed actually messaged me and was like, "Oh, dude, I just realized this," and he told me himself. So I mean, big that's a lot of integrity there. So hearts in the chat for Zeroed for doing that for sure.
Rogue versus Mage. Little Peo versus Benruki. Ooh, that's gonna be big. I don't know what to even expect out of that. Yeah, obviously, guys, we saw it. We were just waiting for a time to address it because we just had to take some time and discuss how we wanted to handle the situation. And based off of everybody involved, we decided that this would actually be the most fair and ethical way to handle it based off of the way that the last duel did go by. And also, I do think that the second duel might have also gone in Peo's favor because he did have the element of surprise in terms of his strategy versus Zero's strategy. So maybe that could have gone differently as well. So I think this is probably the most fair way of doing it. And again, guys, this is just the nature of doing a dueling tournament in the way that we're doing it. We don't have a PTR. We don't have a tournament realm. We don't have anything. We're doing our absolute best to make this as good of a production as possible and make this as fair as we can.
Huge shout out to the players, right? I think that's the other thing. Already we're hearing these players actually tell us everything that they can as well. And we're excited to keep moving forward in this tournament and actually see who's going to take it down. And also big shout out to Zeroed already for showing us what a hunter can actually do. I'm excited to see what he does in the lower side of the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, he did amazing. And again, Zeroed isn't, he's down, but he's not out. Yeah. He can still come back and redeem himself. So one way or another, I mean, we're going to see a little bit more Zeroed, and we're also going to see this matchup coming up pretty soon. We're just trying to make sure that we have everything set up and we're completely ready to go. And I'm actually really, really happy with how things have gone so far. I mean, this has been a very, very great tournament. People have been, in general, pretty chill. And I know, guys, that obviously nothing can be perfect. And I think that we kind of went into it with that in mind. And I feel like overall, things have been better than I would have expected.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story of my life. I definitely do think too, we have some stuff in store for a little bit later in the stream as everything's cooling down, and you guys are definitely going to enjoy. You're going to enjoy it very much.
Yeah, and I think also once we get into the later games, that's going to add a certain level of excitement too, because then we're going to see the same people coming back and the same competitors here again. And that's whenever I think things are really going to get exciting. Like, I'm actually like, if Venruki goes the 2-for-2, the 2-time back-to-back champion,
there's actually room for a new 2-time champ on the platform. So I think that Ven can take that spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'm very curious to see this happen, man. And also, like, I'm curious to see Peo in action again. I'll be honest, I was a little bit disappointed that we had Peo, get knocked out so early. I mean, he spent so much time gearing up his character, getting ready, and everything else in between. Damn, I would love to see Peo play again. That'd be awesome.
And now we're going to get to see him play against Venruki. And I think this is like pretty star-studded matchup to actually get to see go down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think after this first round, we'll have a really good idea of who has the potential of taking the entirety of the tournament.
I think, you know what? Let me ask chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
In chat, who do you think is going to take it home? Who is it?
They should be able to see all the names on the bracket.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and pull that up.
Exclamation mark brackets in the chat if you ever do want to see the bracket.
Hey, okay, let's go ahead and start.
Ooh, okay. Actual gameplay. I'm ready for that.
Gameplay. Man, we haven't had that in years.
Just like my stream. All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
No more pause button. Nothing but action. Time to get back into the game. And of course, we are going to be in a new terrain. It's time to enter a new battleground for us and try to see who's going to come out on top in this next duel.
I think that honestly, I think we're probably going to see Zico take it home.
I think Zico has it. We're pretty
home.
much in a situation right now where you could even hear that from Absurge when we had him in the call.
Yeah.
But we want to play it out for integrity.
Absolutely.
And we really do want to see what Absurge can do, how he can adapt so far in this matchup. Mage does seem to have the upper hand, though, when we do go up against the Paladins. Absurge, of course, originally rolled Horde. He made a very big mistake there, so he decided to re-roll towards the end of the beta. He re-leveled with Jellybeans, who's also going to be in the tournament, and also re-leveled with McConnell. Where is McCool? On top of that, we find him playing a different class than he played at the beginning of the beta. He was playing Shaman when he was in the Horde, so when he did get over to the Alliance, he made what seems like a logical decision. He decides to play the Paladin.
Yeah,
hands up, guys. Hands up. You can summon McCool.
Okay, boys, here we go. We're almost ready and we're good to go. I'm a little bit curious. Like, this is a different setup. Now we have a little bit more of things that people can play around with. We've got the trees, we've got the pots, we've got all kinds of other stuff, and we also have kind of like
pots,
we have a natural barrier, and I think that also adds a certain level of interest, right? Because you can't just go out into the water. I don't know if we've made like a rule for going out into the water, but I'm pretty sure we're probably not going to see anybody actually utilize that in a way that's meaningful.
Hey, man, trees, pots. Maybe these guys do decide to get wet. We have a whole bunch of terrain that they can work with on this map, and I like this tropical location, getting us ready for the 4th of July tomorrow.
Yeah, it is summer after all.
Sun's out, guns out.
Hey, there it is. Okay, how are we looking, Esfand?
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Sorry.
I like that ship off in the distance.
So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Very nice.
Ready whenever you are.
Yeah, Absurge is here. Where's Black Lizard?
Already 4th of July? Where the heck are you, dude? I'm reading chat. They're telling me it's already the 4th of July, and I actually got evaded.
Okay.
So it is in Europe, right? It's like the day forward or something like that?
But they don't have the 4th of July. It's ours.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just like the country.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys
all right,
separate a little bit. These guys need to separate a little bit, and we need to start.
Okay, let's get this done.
Have a good day at work tomorrow, person in Europe.
Well, no, they because they don't work over there, remember? Yeah, nobody has a job. They just collect welfare all the time. That's why they always beat us on all the world firsts. Remember?
It's called vacation, dude.
Yeah, I know. US doesn't have that.
But you know what the US does have? Absurge. And Absurge is going to be playing up against Zico right now. Zico going to be representing not... and Zico's from Sweden?
Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Okay, Absurge is moving towards Black Lizard and immediately gets rooted there. And then let's see. It looks like Zico's going to try. Oh, wow. He just blinked right away out of that stun, and then he goes for the interrupt. And then Absurge interrupts the polymorph with a repent. Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a very interesting way to start this off. Yeah, these guys going absolutely ham. Now Caught in the Sheep is going to be Absurge. Zico's got a full tank of mana, 72% mana here. He's going to go down for a drink. Wants to make sure it's a 100%. So he can just
he's getting ready just so he can pop off. Hits him with a rank 1 Frostbolt. Okay, with the resist there. That's obviously not very good at all for Zico. He knows that's good. It's not good. So obviously, what does he do? He resets again. He polymorphs again. Okay, and there we go. And he's just fighting him right in range. He's not even worried about getting max range. He's actually going and being as offensive as possible, just like what we saw at the beginning. He goes for the, obviously, a, what do you call it?
What were you saying? What were you saying? Absolutely deleted. He's going to tear him apart like soft bread. Zico's going to be able to take this one. And you do need to actually look out here. You do need to look out here. You can actually see it from you can see it from those they're prowling around there. You got those pussy cats. And we all know that if you do get too close to the pussy can completely ruin World of Warcraft. It could really ruin the duel. So you do want to be staying away from those guys when we are competing on this terrain. Watch out. Do not get too close to those prowling cougars.
Ooh, they're dangerous. Let me tell you. But listen, there we go. That's 2 for 2. Zico finishes it up. I think we probably might need an interview, right, with the competitor, the winner there.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be a good idea.
Absolutely.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if I can talk to his publicist and we can get this figured out.
And while we do that, let's try to line the next one up so we can get these done. Like knock these out. And the next one,
Jelly.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and All Seeing Eye, of course, is one of these guys who's got a lot to prove. He just ended up in the tournament today. Yep. Jelly is, of course, one of Absurge's teammates, one of the guys who actually switched over factions as well. So it's going to be exciting to see him. But this also sets up a matchup: Sea-Doo versus Zico. I believe you say there it is, but let's hear what Zico has to say about this matchup in particular, because I think we saw both of the mages who played against the Paladins in Venruki and Zico really step up the aggression in the later duels.
Here we go.
Yes, we're here with Zico. Mr. Zico, how do you feel about that duel?
I feel pretty good. I mean, it was sad that it, got a little bit dragged on because of griefing, but Abster's a great player. He played the matchup perfectly, and yeah, it was fun.
Nice. Can you get a little bit to your left? I can't hear you quite well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, much better. So
I gotta say, Esfand, how does it feel having the best hair on Twitch?
Hey, second best to you.
Oh, you're too kind, but I shaved, so now you're fresh.
No, it's still good.
Well, I appreciate that.
No, I'm just really nice. I do have the best hair on Twitch.
Can you tell him I miss him?
I miss you too, Rich.
So, how did you feel about the Paladin Mage matchup? We saw one before. We saw one with Venruki and Drakova. How did you feel about playing against Absurge? Was it the sort of thing where was it about what you expected or no?
No, I think it was easier.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. Honestly, against threats, it's all about the freedom, As you know yourself, Esfand being, one of the leading rats here on the beta.
And in real life.
And in real life, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all about the freedom, So if you get a Nova when they don't have freedom, you're chilling.
That's right, and that's what we're about, man. We're about freedom here, and that's why we're doing this here on this here eve of July 4th. So we're big on freedom. We're gonna have freedom tomorrow. We're gonna have freedom August 27th. Whenever
we have freedom every day because
we got
this
freedom
is
every
America.
day. Hell yeah, brother. That's what I like to hear.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, back to you guys. Guys.
18 naked cowboys. Okay, dude.
That's the place for the next tournament. Yeah, we'll give you more information on the next tournament later.
That's our next dueling location.
It's gonna be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
There's a lot of sword fights over there.
Yeah, it's a lot less griefing. It's definitely not gonna suck.
Yeah, absolutely not. Whoa.
Getting into the next matchup.
Yeah. Okay, so we basically have a Warlock, All-Seeing Eye again, a beta champion. A lot of you guys probably don't know him, going up against Jellybeans, one of the best hunters in the world. Now, I personally, I think we're probably going to see Jellybeans come out ahead here.
This was a weird showing of a hunter.
This was a very weird
even
showing.
Zeroed kind of said that.
Absolutely.
Now we're going to start to see what some of these other hunters in the tournament can do.
Yes.
Because it basically goes Jellybean. And
there's only one?
Because Jellybeans and then Bean Slayer. So in the next two matchup, we actually have two hunters, right?
Yeah.
So there's a potential that we actually have a hunter mirror happen down here when we get to round 2. But
I love mirrors. I love watching mirrors. That's my favorite thing.
I think it's one of the best things to happen in duels.
Absolutely.
Like it really is. But in this next one, it's basically All-Seeing Eye versus Jelly. And then when we get to the next one, Snuts versus Bean. So we're going to get to see kind of the full toolkit of hunters really play out.
Yeah.
And I feel like we really saw less of hunters than I expected to in the tips tournament. And a lot of the things that happened with hunters were super unfortunate. You actually think about Jelly playing in that tournament, that scatter shot. Like that scatter shot was a feels bad moment. Yeah, and we didn't really get to see the full potential from him, and now potentially
I think we can see. I really, as I said, I really like seeing hunters. There's just like so many things that are going on with hunters, right? I mean, they've got their pet happiness. They've got their arrows they've got to keep track of. It feels like one of the most involved RPG characters of Classic WoW. And I think that's what's so cool about seeing people play them is you feel like somebody's really playing that hunter. You're really that hunter in a way that other classes don't really have the same level of engagement and investment with.
Yeah,
I really like that a lot.
You get to like name your hunter pet after your favorite waifu.
Yeah, or after yourself if you're good, because that way targeting macros don't work.
Or your favorite
streamer.
I
just named mine Dick Balls. So, I mean, sure.
I named mine Nikki Brienne.
Okay, so we have Jellybeans versus All-Seeing Eye.
Okay.
Jellybeans versus All-Seeing Eye gonna go head to head. We're getting ready to get this one started. What's Jellybeans' pet named?
Let's see, Carl.
Carl, after Absterch. Naming it after the guy that he actually switched factions for. They both went alliance together, and ultimately Carl going to be the name of that kitty cat.
Let's make this happen.
So,
here we go.
Because this is Alliance, they can just do /duel, and they can just go normally.
All right, Alliance/duel, doing it normally. I'm ready to go. Let's make this happen. Let's do it.
Doing it the right way, Alliance versus Alliance.
Absolutely.
We'll have to see what Jellybeans is able to get done, being a little bit newer on the side of Alliance, what he's been able to farm up. I know that he's also, as a competitor in the AWC, had to prepare on 8.2, right? So he's been spending a lot of time between both variants of the game right now, both retail and the beta. And now he's going to be going up against, kind of, as you said, a beta champ, right?
Yeah.
This is one of these new guys. This is one of these guys for a lot of people that they're just starting to get eyeballs on and really starting to see what this player can do.
Okay, here we go. And then they're immediately starting off. All-Seeing Eye just moves up right directly to him, and he keeps him in the root with the Frostbolt. And then, oh, wow. And he's immediately, did he just Ice Block or trap out of that? Oh, my God. Jellybeans is already at 39% health. 26% health. All-Seeing Eye is just deleting Jellybeans. This is insane. And then Jellybeans gets slightly healed up. And then is All-Seeing Eye going to be able to finish it off with an Arcane Explosion or maybe a Cone of Cold? And he immediately pulls it off. I actually thought All-Seeing Eye was a Warlock. I was wondering why there weren't any dots there, but it turns out that he's a fucking mage.
Dude, Jellybeans,
Look at that, dude!
Jellybeans, bro.
Woo!
Dude.
There it is.
He got chewed up like a fistful of Berry Bot beans. We're going to have to see if he can jump back in this next one, or he's just going to be absolutely smushed.
Feeling like a rotten egg flavored jelly bean right now. We'll see if he's going to be able to upgrade to strawberry.
Fart flavored jelly bean, bro. Actually, it might be your favorite flavored jelly bean. I know Berry Bots, they have booger jelly beans. So you farm that flavor all the time on stream.
I don't eat them.
Just pick them?
Yeah.
Just pick them.
Pick them and flick them.
Pick them. We're going to have to see if this is going to be a quick pick and flick as well. This one's looking like it might be a 2-0. We're seeing absolute insane damage coming out.
And think about how aggressive he was. That was like a wild animal. Like All-Seeing Eye just completely going crazy, like just popping off. Yeah, raw, exactly.
Raw XD,
okay,
dude.
Yeah. Okay, let's
big
do this,
D
man.
on that too.
Absolutely. I'm
Raw
ready whenever you are.
Big D.
Let's do this.
Once again, now everything is cruising. We figured out a new way to do a lot of these duels. We're cruising, but right now it looks like Jellybeans is cruising for a bruising. All seeing eye just completely decimating him. Will he be able to do it again?
That was insane. Like, I really didn't expect to see that happen. I mean, that was really, really cool to see somebody who's just completely unknown just establish themselves in that level of a definitive way.
Dude, I can already see the merch, man.
There it is, dude.
Big blinked out eyeball chain. Just like, dude, iced out. Dude.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, I'm already ready to buy the all-seeing eye merch.
Okay, we should be ready to go here.
Okay, let's do it. Going into the second match.
Don't forget the first tournament that you started in. All we want is 10% of all your merch.
Yeah.
I'm ready when you are. Yeah, we're ready to make the merch, dude. Hit us up.
Don't forget where you came from.
All right, let's get this one started. Let's see if All-Seeing Eye is going to blink or if he's just going to head straight to the next round.
Okay, here we go. Jellybeans has challenged you to a duel. Let's make this happen. Here we go. And then they immediately start off. All-Seeing Eye is immediately kiting him there. Jellybeans is keeping him at max range. He's using Viper Sting to run All-Seeing Eye out of mana. And he got rooted by All-Seeing Eye with the trinket. The Shrinkway as well with the attack power reduction. And then here we go. All-Seeing Eye coming right back at him, hitting him there with the Cone of Cold. And then, okay, here we go. He got out of the, it's a trap. Okay, that's good. And he immediately got out of the trap, rooted him again with that, and then he stayed within his dead zone there. He blinked over inside of his dead zone as well. Remember, look at All-Seeing Eye with this dead zone thing. This is incredible. And he's just finishing him off with an arcane explosion. Holy shit.
That dead zone management was insane. You can see right now on Jellybean's screen, it said most recent D. I think we just saw a very big recent D, and it was coming in from All-Seeing Eye.
Holy shit.
So I heard that Bean yesterday was destroying mages. Wow. Were those mages using dead zone? Because Jellybeans didn't even get damage off.
No.
Like
that was honestly so perfectly played by All-Seeing Eye that I don't think Jellybeans was even ready to encounter that level of competition. That's honestly the truth. I don't think that he was expecting that level of competition. And
people are saying in the chat, incredible. Hunters suck. They definitely looked like it there.
Hunters, obviously, we have found a weakness. That is obviously a huge weakness that Hunters have. And I don't know really if Jellybeans, give Jellybeans 100 duels like that. Is he going to be able to improve? Is he going to be able to play against somebody who does that? We'll see what happens.
And like we said, I think this is why I'm excited to see the Bean duel as well. But because in this Jellybeans matchup, Jelly straight up, and like this is credit where credit's due. I can literally go into the DMs right now. A big thing was that he didn't have as much time to prep. Right? Like we pretty much hit him up about the duel tournament like the day before.
Yep.
He had been playing way more retail at the time.
Absolutely.
And we can see somebody who, and this is one of the great things about Classic WoW, somebody who put more time in, they hit harder.
We see it.
Yeah, you can feel it. There's no scale in here. Oh, shit. I made it a little too small. I just made it a little too small to make it a little bit bigger.
Okay. So then that's going to be All-Seeing Eye. They're up at the top. And then the next matchup we're going to be having here is going to be Bean versus Snuts.
Hey,
oh, wow.
Hey, before we go on to this next matchup, there's something else we should probably mute and look at real quick.
Okay.
We have to have a green screen huddle up, guys. Close your ears for 1 second. You're not allowed to hear what we're talking about. gotta get in chat. I told them not to listen, so I have to get in chat and tell them that they can actually talk.
Okay, good.
Or they can listen.
We're on, right?
You can listen now.
Okay, good.
All right, they know that they can listen now.
All right, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, guys, thanks for not listening while we had to talk about
really
that behind the scenes stuff.
That.
Yeah, thank you guys. We couldn't do it without you guys.
And Esfand, whenever the time comes, let's play it.
Yeah, we should. We should talk about that at some point.
Yeah, but not right now.
Okay. At what point do we want to start doing the second bracket, the redemption bracket?
We can do either 2 rounds or we can do redemption bracket next.
Let's do 2 rounds.
2 rounds.
Two rounds top.
Yeah, let's do 2 rounds.
Okay.
2 rounds top.
Seems like the best idea.
Okay, so we're gonna do 2 rounds in the top, then 1 round on the bottom. It's gonna be the plan. All right, interview the mage. Yeah, we actually didn't get a chance to talk to All Seeing Eye.
Well, if we have the next round here, I think that we've obviously had a lot of delays so far, and I think we probably, for the integrity of the tournament, and because obviously all these competitors have to spend their time here, I think we probably should just move to the next round for now, and then we'll probably, based off of his performance last time, I think we'll be hearing a lot more from All Seeing Eye.
Yeah, and I think pretty much no matter what, even if we do, keep on trucking right now with the duels, we'll definitely make time to make sure we talk to each and every competitor before it's done. We'll definitely get ears on all 16 of the lads because they put on an incredible show for us already so far today. Is Gnomish Shrink Ray allowed?
Yes,
So
we did
Shrink Ray's
decide to allow Shrink Ray. The Death Ray was a very contentious issue. We talked about this a lot on my stream. We had conversations about it privately, and we just decided that based off of the integrity of the tournament, we decided that we would not really allow it. Now, it would offer some awesome opportunities. There is a lot of counterplay involved with it, but a lot of the competitors that we talked to decided that they weren't really very interested in having it in the tournament. And ultimately, those are the people who are really going to be affected by these rules. And so we thought, based off of their input, that we would not allow it in the tournament this time. Now, later on in the future, especially whenever we get up to level 60 tournaments and we're actually doing this on the live servers, then it's going to be a completely different ball game, and a lot more things are going to be allowed. And we don't want to allow things that, we don't want to disallow things that we don't have to. So I think that's just the nature of Classic, is being able to use these items. And obviously there have to be some limits, and that's unfortunate, but we're trying to make those as few as possible. We want to make things as fair as possible, but also as fun as possible. And I think there's obviously, a equilibrium there that we're trying to work towards.
I actually do hear Esfand right now. Esfand, were you going to do a quick call here?
Yeah, I was gonna say we're ready to go with.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, next duel is going to be up against Bean against Snuts. Hunter versus Warlock. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Let's hear. I want to hear from you guys. Who's going to come out ahead, Snuts or Bean?
So
two competitors in the current game, both very, very high-level players in BFA, coming in the Classic. Let's see how this is going to go.
Bean has been farming as well.
Yeah.
Like he's been
So then
farming.
They immediately open up. Bean opens up right there, and then he tries to trap him, but Bean accidentally traps the pet. That's not good at all. Snuts just starts putting up dots on him right there. He's probably going to try to fear the pet, but maybe not. He just puts a Curse of Agony on him, and then he's actually dotting up the pet already, and then Bean is just damaging down Snuts like it's nobody's business. Oh my God, Bean is popping off.
This is what I heard.
This might not be over. Oh my God, look at this.
Okay, so Snuts is definitely going to be able to hold on, which is fantastic.
He's running out of mana.
For now.
He's got the fear.
Exactly.
And then he stopped the fear. Did he stop the fear with counter shot?
Bean has so much at his disposal. Whoa.
That trap. Okay, here we go. And then he's moving away right there. He's summoning the Voidwalker. He immediately got the summon off, so that's going to give him a second trap. He moved out of range of fear, so obviously he's going to have to get in range there. Now, really, all Bean needs to do is auto-attack Snuts, and I think that he might win, but Snuts also has a second absorb, and Snuts is just sitting on it. He's actually letting that pet do as much damage as possible. This is going to be right down to the wire. He uses the absorb. Snuts is basically just finishing it off. He's going to go for another trap to maybe trap and move out the absorb. This is right down to the wire.
This is where Bean should win. He should be able to eat here while he's in the trap and then instantly kill him when he does get out, because now his pet can close the space, get a little bit of damage, and Snuts is completely tapped on mana. And this is the reason that Hunter's so favorite. He goes for the
stun, and then Snuts is going for the wand. This is right down to it. I think Snuts is actually going to win. Snuts won! Oh my God! What the fuck? This is a
no Bean one.
No, Bean
Wait,
one. Bean
what?
Bean.
What?
Bean one.
I didn't
You
know.
can't even tell, dude. So okay. So
Oh
let's
my
actually
God.
talk about. Let's actually talk about
That
what
was
happened
incredible,
here.
right down to the wire.
So Snuts has to really rely on his sacks there.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be a big thing. Now
He
why?
sacked up, but
why?
That wasn't. That was just not quite that
Dude,
much.
he definitely sacked up there.
Yeah.
But what happens with the hunter is the hunter can actually just so effectively drain all of the resources.
Oh yeah,
from
and
the
also so because man, health is also a resource. I didn't see Snuts using Drain Life at all in that. I was expecting to see a lot more Drain Life. Maybe I'm wrong with that. But the fact is that I was expecting to see a lot more of that because obviously yes, you can Viper Sting Snuts, but you're effectively think about this. You're effectively doing damage to Snuts by Viper Stinging him because that's mana that he's going to have to regen by taking his own life away with Life Tap. So Bean played that extremely well. That was right down to the wire. I would say, honestly, that was probably the closest match that we have had all day.
Probably the closest duel that's happened on beta. The officer never let
We didn't
down.
even know. I thought the other guy won.
So also, if you didn't get to watch the tournament that Tips put on, ultimately Snuts came in second place. And it was close. Like he very easily could have taken the tournament.
They're like dueling again on their own for some reason. They need to not do that.
Just
okay. Tell him to stop. Tell him to like just forfeit, and we'll go again. Because like let's get these duels out. Because like we've been
I
really
also want to bring up.
Let's just do like we can go. We can go faster. Like we're like.
Okay, great.
We're doing the show too.
Yeah, just let them know.
So I also do want to let you guys know that these guys have played with each other competitively up on the BlizzCon stage, right? Like these guys almost took down BlizzCon together 4%, right? Like these guys are masters at getting down to the absolute wire. And you can see right now that this is already underway.
Do they just want to keep playing this one out?
Yeah,
I mean, we can just.
Guess. I don't know. I mean,
let's just play this one out.
They'll play it out. They'll play it out. Let's go.
They want it. They want it. They're ready for it. And already we can see it's down to the wire again. Snuts is going to be so low on health. We're going to see Bean try to get in, close that space. He's going to be able to get the trap.
Oh my God. This is again right down to the wire. I don't know what's going to happen.
But look how
here.
calculated it is by Bean. This is why people were talking up Bean. He knows exactly when he's going to feign death, getting with the trap, close. Snut's already out of mana. Again, he's got nothing to work with. Bean has resources.
He's got to wand him. He's wanding Bean to death. Basically, Snuts is just hoping that Absorb Shield is big enough, and I don't think it is. Bean won again.
Dude, look at Snuts right now. He plays it so well.
But 2 for 2?
Yes.
That was 2
Bean
for 2.
Just 2-0'd him that quick.
What the?
Which puts Snuts in a position, first of all, if you're in the lower side of the bracket right now, you're probably a little bit tilted because now Snuts most likely is just going to go on a best of 1 tear.
Yeah.
Because Snuts is scary.
Snuts is an incredible player. He placed number 2, as we said before, in Tips tournament. An amazing, absolutely incredible player. So let's go ahead. We're going to look at these brackets again. The next, obviously, 2 is going to be, we're going to have a redemption. Will All-Seeing Eye be able to beat 2 Hunters? Now, he dispatched Jelly Beans relatively easily. 2-0'd him.
I think Bean's in a different league, man.
Bean is... He's got a really good thing going. Okay, next one here. And now we're actually moving into the next bracket. Guys, I know that it's taken a while. I do fully understand that, but now we're finally getting through these matches, and I want to appreciate and say thank you guys so much for being patient with us and helping us make this all possible. So I know that we've had a little bit of struggles. This is our first tournament organizing together, and we appreciate all of you being able to be understanding about that. So thank you guys so much, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into the next rounds. So the next 2 should be Esfand, do you want to explain it?
It's going to be Van Rookie versus Peo next, but I want to hear from Snuts. Or sorry, I want to hear from Bean.
Yeah.
I want to hear from the officer.
Absolutely.
Bean, I know you've been farming up all of the rune cloth in the world. How has that affected your performance here today?
Let's see. I'm trying to get a hold of him here, if we can. Mr. Bean. Oh, hey.
Really, that was really, really close.
This is what I was talking about, though. Like, I think Bean is going to destroy casters.
Hello. Really? I mean, like,
Hi, Bean. He's on the call right now. Esfand, what's he got to say?
Hey, yeah. Let's see if we can find Bean here and we can get him in for an interview.
I'm ready. Hi.
Okay.
All right, Bean. Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you. Thanks. Can you please look at me, please? Please, I'm the camera's this way. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, nice to meet you, sir. How'd you feel about dueling Snutsy? How'd you feel about the Warlock Hunter matchup?
You know, I was pretty inexperienced versus Warlock. Only dueled him like once or twice, but I knew my general plan is to pretty much trap him, kill his pet, force the sack early. You know, Viper Sting him, him, and just dampen him.
Very good. So very methodical approach. So did you use a similar strategy whenever you're fighting mages or no?
Oh, well, I am doing a mage next round, so I'm not gonna reveal that information. You guys will have to wait and see.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
No.
Stay tuned.
Mr. Bean. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Oh, man, it's so cool. You know, back in the day, I kept telling everybody I was going to play World of Warcraft. I was going to get as good as possible, and then we'd get all the ladies. You see all the ladies watching this show right now?
Yeah, I saw a few of them right there.
Plans all coming together. 15 years. It's called the long haul.
It did work. Are we going to are we going to talk about the situation, Esfand?
So yeah, this is something else. I mean, there's a few clips that came up, right? There's one where we talked about the
Do you want me to explain it?
Yeah, maybe you should explain it.
Okay. So, out of my peripherals for the past 2 hours, we've been hearing Zeroed cheated. Cheated Zeroed. Zeroed was cheating. Zeroed buff. We evaluated the tapes. We looked at them, and our initial and also your initial evaluation was incorrect. Why was it incorrect? Because Blood Pact was not on Zeroed originally at the beginning of the duel. Blood Pact was applied to Zeroed midway through the duel. Whenever stamina buffs are applied to different targets while they're actually in Classic WoW, it removes the health from the player rather than keeping the exact same percentage. So as you can see here, Blood Pact was just applied to Zeroed, and his health went down, maintaining the exact same level of health that he had before Blood Pact was actually applied, which means that Zeroed did actually win the duel fair and square, and Blood Pact was not a factor in the duel at all.
And I also want to say big props to this man for saying, no, I had Blood Pact on me and I didn't know, because he honestly didn't know, and he was willing to take the L because he wanted to be fair. You got to give some hearts in the chat to Zeroed, and you got to really respect what this guy did. He's one of the guys that not a lot of us knew coming into this tournament, and already he's just showed that he is a very honorable player, and we're very happy to have him in the tournament. And ultimately, this is a mechanic that we've talked about before, when you actually do see how these buffs are applied. And when we went back and did some of the digging in our first official instant replay of the entire tournament, now we're going to see that he really didn't do anything wrong.
No, he did nothing wrong. And I thought that it wasn't a big deal at the beginning. And then I looked at it and I thought maybe it is. And now we looked at the actual clip and we found out that everything is okay. So we're going to be moving into our second bracket duels here with Vinruki versus Zeroed. How are we looking, Esfand?
I'm getting them together right now.
Scratches out. There we go. All right, and that also means that Peo is going to be in the lower bracket. We are still going to see Peo again.
Yeah, in the
here we go.
Bracket.
There we go. All righty. Drakova versus Peo. I think that's going to be a really interesting matchup too. All right. So let's see.
They're speaking French again in chat.
Again, another hunter versus mage. Another one. So this is going to be the, I guess second one. I don't know. Do you think that Vinruki is going to be able to do what All Seeing Eye was able to do with Jelly Beans? I think that really depends. Like Zeroed now, one thing that Zeroed has as his advantage is the fact that he was able to see that happen to Jelly Beans.
Okay, so here's the thing. Zeroed played a very different matchup because he's playing against a rogue.
Yes.
I think hunters are really going to excel.
What are we doing?
I was putting it down. Yeah. If they do exclamation mark bracket, we have to pick it up because we want to make sure that we can actually have valid chat commands. It's very important to the tournament and our production. So every time that they do put that in, we'll definitely deliver. But when we look at the matchup when we look at the bracket and we look at what has happened, the whole idea is hunters look strong against ranged melee classes right now.
Yes.
But we saw one potential field of play, one potential line of play is try to get into that dead zone. The question is now, is Vinruki going to go for the dead zone play, or are we going to see Zeroed try to zero the mana of Venruki. That really is the primary win condition.
In my opinion, I think that trying to out-mana him might be the best idea in the long haul, because I think that already Venruki has proven that he is able to reset the duels in a number of ways, and it's much more difficult to reset mana than it is to be able to just like reset the duel naturally if you just go for pure damage.
Let's talk about what mages have at their disposal to try to counter that warlocks don't have. They obviously can conjure their gem.
Yes.
They're going to have Evocate.
Evocate is a really, really big one.
And they can get space to drink, right? Like they do have some opportunities.
But they also have to deal with the pet at the same time whenever they're trying to get space to drink, which is going to give them a huge advantage.
The pet is so important.
Here we go.
And we saw Venruki, even in his previous duels, having such good plays against pets. I've seen him do it against warlocks in the previous duel tournament. I've seen him do it against just about everything. He's probably going to prioritize taking out the pet. I wouldn't be surprised if Venruki actually does open.
So he goes for the long play. Actually, you know what? Knowing Venruki and his play style, I think that you're completely right. I think that we could absolutely see that happen. Okay, here we go. Let's get this done.
You can see some of the onlookers right now cheering for Zeroed, actually. Said, get zeroed.
Whoa, there it is. All right, let's make this happen.
Zeroed.
Okay, here we go, guys. Let's do it. Zeroed has challenged you to a duel. Let's go.
Where is Zeroed's pet?
He's probably stealth. Oh, and then Zeroed immediately starts at the beginning with a Shadow Meld, and he scatter shots Venruki with the Viper Sting, so it doesn't immediately break on damage.
Ven's going for Dead Zone.
Oh, he's going for Dead Zone right there. He hit the Cone of Cold. He drops the Iron Grenade, and then Zeroed got out of it.
He's not even going for the pet.
And then he's just immediately just going directly after him. Venruki is just a wild animal. He's going for blood. Zeroed is moving away as much as possible. Venruki is trying to cast on him, hits him with a Fire Blast, keeping him slowed. And then, oh my God, okay, there's the root there with the trap. And then Venruki is just keeping him right there directly in place. Venruki goes back to the dead zone, trying to keep in that dead zone, staying there. Zeroed is pretty low on health, but so is Venruki. Venruki is going all in here.
Well, Elliot definitely is a jungle cat with his claws out, going absolutely crazy inside of the dead zone. But look at what happened. He has absolutely no mana. Can he get the close here? He's trying to do it on Zeroed. Zeroed now is going to go in with his melee weapon. This is an auto attack Andy duel. Will the one be able to do it? The Frost Nova comes off. He's able to get off that burst of damage. He goes into his ice block, and just like that, Zeroed
defeated Venruki in a duel, in a dramatic reversal of fate, something I don't think anybody would have expected. That is incredible. That is absolutely fucking incredible. Oh my God.
Zeroed.
Wow.
The guy that everybody was against. He literally had all of chat against him.
Everybody was against him.
Everybody sold this guy down the river.
That's right.
Then he plays against literally the best dueler right now.
Down the river for integrity.
I respect the integrity play, but this is the reason that you always need to be an alpha.
Absolutely.
And you can't take that shit. You can't take that shit because look at what he was able to do. This is literally the best dueler in the world that he's going against right now on the beta. He's the best dueler right now currently as far as titles are concerned in BFA as well. Venruki, if you actually look at what made Venruki the player that he is, the BlizzCon winning player, he started out as a dueler. He was one of those guys that had one of those stories.
Who didn't?
He climbed up the ranks. He took out the best duelers and he became the best. And now Zeroed is able to take him down. Then goes, though, for the play that we don't expect. We thought he was going to maybe take out the pet, maybe go for the long run. He goes into the dead zone and he tries to race, and it almost does pay off.
I think this is something that we can almost be certain of. Is that this next match, we're going to have a different strategy. So let's see what they've got in store for us this time. Okay, they're ready here. They're right next to the match. All right, let's do it. Ready whenever.
Man, Venruki did use his ice block, though, there.
That was an ice block, but did he use a cold snap? I don't
know.
He
did not use a cold snap.
Okay, here we go.
Actually, wait, it might have been was it a trap?
Did you see that right there? He immediately opened up the rank 1 Frostbolt to stop him from going into Shadow Melt. That's very, very good. Big. And then he stops right there in the dead zone. He stops Zeroed. He's doing the big one. He hits him for 400. Zeroed is stunned. He immediately double hit him right there with a Frost Shock and also a Fire Blast.
Oh my goodness,
with a critical strike. This is not looking good for Zeroed at all. He first aids, and then he immediately hits him again. And then Venruki is just,
that was a bloodbath. He took all the damage from the cat. He took all that pussy to the face. It wasn't even a problem for him. And then he's absolutely able to shred.
Look, I don't think Zeroed was ready for that at all. Look at him. Like, he was completely caught off guard by that. That was incredible.
Venruki is like a vegan Batman. If you give him time to prepare, he'll win any fight. And now he saw what Zero was going to try to do, and he said, oh, okay, you're going to be relying on these alliance shenanigans that I'm not used to. You're going to just decide to be a night elf and get all frisky and stealth. No, I'm not going to let you do it. That's the reason that you won the last duel. And Ven tears him apart like soft bread. Very well played from him.
I'm amazed, right? Because as I said, I thought almost for sure we were going to see a completely different strategy. He was going to try to sheep Zero, kill the pet, reset, and just kind of play it out. But no, he actually went offensive again. He was that confident in his strategy that he went for the second time, and he actually came out ahead that time. That was absolutely incredible.
Now it all comes down to the next one. This next duel actually completely decides it. Dude, it's heating up already. We knew that the second round was going to be really good.
I am ready for this. Let's do it. Okay.
And think about the other things that now Venruki's
wait, they're already back in game. So immediately Venruki,
that was a trap.
No, I think out of the scatter?
That was either an ice block out of the scatter or it was a trap. But I think it looked like an ice block.
That is really, really good for Zero. That is really good for Zero. And then he's right into the dead zone. He hits him with a cone of cold.
I don't think it matters for Zero.
He's rooted, and then he just keeps getting his cast interrupted. He can't really do anything right there. And he immediately gets trapped. That is not good. Zero is going to try to get range from him and try to catch up with this damage. Let's see if it's going to happen.
He's just tanking this pet damage time and time again. It's a completely opposite strategy than what we expected from him. But that trap was beautiful. And that does mean that I think we had an ice block to start things off.
What is this? And then he sheeped the pet, and then he blinked forward, baiting Zeroed, and then he's immediately getting in range. He rank 1 Frostbolt
only
so he can catch up
mana,
with Zeroed. He is really low on mana. This is not good. I don't know if Venruki's going to have enough here. I really don't know. This seems pretty bad.
Is that okay? What? The fuck was that? Ven's opening up the VOD to see what we have to say. You're a sexy beast. You're just a sexy. What did you just do? What did you just do? Explain it to us, please.
Oh my god.
Dude, Ven literally just stream sniped us because he's flexing.
Damage.
He's just like, yeah, let's just hear what the casters have to say about it.
Yeah, dude.
From the caster to the casted.
Okay, dude, just no big deal.
Deleted him, dude.
Wow. Okay, that is absolutely something we did not expect at all. Holy shit.
Oh wow. Man, you talk about playing WoW to get all the girls. If I was a girl right now, I'd be. There'd be fireworks on 4th of July.
Yeah, let's say that. Okay. That was a great match, though. Let's keep that in mind. That was an incredible match.
Zero did look good. And also it does show what can potentially happen against the casters yet again. Yep. Let's take a look here. So now Zero is going to be moving to the lower side of the bracket. And and then now Venruki's going to play either against Healing Stat, who he literally plays with on live, who he casts with at the Arena World Championship, or he's going to go up against Sony, who he's been playing with since back in the day.
Right.
But Warrior, I don't think a Warrior is going to be able to take down either of these matchups.
I will be absolutely amazed if Sony is able to come out ahead of this. Like, that's going to be really, really impressive.
So I think the way that we do...
So, the winner of them fights... So the winner of this should fight... what's his name?
No, I think it flips, right? So you make sure that people don't go against the same people again.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think that's how we flip it.
You're totally right.
So basically, whoever wins this plays against Zero.
Okay.
So we're going to flip it every other round.
Yeah.
So Zero's going to go here, and he'll either play against Jelly or Snuts, whoever wins.
Sounds good.
And then we'll just basically put out these.
And these are, again, this is an 8 Mile style bracket.
BO1.
Yeah, best of one. You win or you lose. That's what happens whenever you're in the loser's bracket. Okay.
Man,
nobody's
this is
out
actually,
yet.
I want to hear.
This is heating up.
Can we hear from Venruki again? I want to hear what he has to say about this Hunter matchup.
I'm trying to get a hold of him.
Okay.
I think he's actually watching chat right now.
Nice crits.
You got a nice crit there, Elliot.
Two.
Nice crit.
Insane.
Two.
Yeah.
Wow. That's big.
Yeah. So I am amazed that he won that easily. Like with that.
Well, I'm amazed that he actually won with that style. I'm
like
surprised that's his line of play. Especially think about the first duel that we saw him play, and he went for that very slow style. because I think he respected the paladin a lot.
Yeah.
I think he was like, okay, I haven't dueled against many paladins. I don't know how the script looks. It looks like he did practice against a lot of hunters. And from what I heard, and this is what I'm curious about with him, I heard that he did play against Bean a lot. That was actually, I heard that Bean was beating him a lot. And I wonder if that practice was something, and this could be wrong. I did hear it from chat.
Practice gave him the confidence?
Well, not only the confidence, I think it might have given him what the best win condition is. The question is, I've never seen chat wrong yet, but I like to hear it from the source. Chat was the one that ultimately did tell me that Benrick was potentially playing against Bean, but we can hear it from the man himself. I just heard that little ping in the beautiful Discord, but now we're going to throw it down to our beautiful long-haired vixen, Esfand.
All right, let's do it.
Hey.
All right, Venruki. And guys, we're here joined by Venruki once more. He just beat Zeroed in round 2. Tell us about it.
Well, we had a few surprises. Obviously, you guys got to see that. And yeah, you guys kind of mentioned how we got to duel against Bean yesterday. And I think it was a wake-up call. But, oh, well, yes, some people on the desk were saying that, you know, Bean, I think Bean is kind of like a different beast. I think he's really, really good player. He's got a ton of gear.
Legume, if you will.
Yes, exactly. He's a different chickpea. And the thing is, this is something I kind of always say, is I don't always, you know what I mean? You don't always practice. I'm not going to stream all my practice and every strategy I'm going to implement in a tournament. So
naturally, that's
why you always you hold on to a few surprises.
Right. Yeah. So it looked like what you went with there in the first duel. You played a lot more passively, trying to focus on poking more and wearing them down a little bit, and then you got much more aggressive in the last 2 duels. What made you kind of flip the switch?
I lost. So I was like, all right, well, it's do or die. Time to reveal it. We wanted to hold on to those as long as we can, because it's not like obviously you guys probably looked up the big one. It's not something everyone has prepared for this tournament, and we got it ready to roll. And backs against the wall, got to bust out all the stops, you know?
There you go. Very good. Mr. Rookie, thank you for joining us.
All right, thank you.
We got a big one there to take care of.
Hot dudes only.
Hey,
I mean, hey, it's not easy for the Alliance. It's been tough out here for a lot of the Alliance. We're seeing absolute horde dominance from all sides. It's definitely
at the same time.
It's getting messy.
Absolutely.
We're seeing the Alliance get absolutely covered and smothered. And we're going to have to see if the horde dominance does continue.
Well, let's see. I mean, this is going to be another horde versus horde matchup. It's going to be Sony Digital versus Healing Stat.
This is going to be a good one.
I feel like this is obviously... let's hear from the chat. I feel like probably Healing Stat will be the favored one in this matchup for probably no other reason than purely his class. Priests just have a lot of advantages, especially over Warriors. Warriors are not able to gain rage whenever they do damage against an absorb shield. That is a huge disadvantage that Sony is
hold on, they started before we were ready. Like,
jump in.
Can you?
Nice.
You can see the duel right now. It's going on.
Can I just reset?
It's so hard.
All right. Yeah, it's right at the beginning. Let's go. We'll just keep going. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Grenade going to come out here.
See. Go.
Yeah, we see the grenade go out, trying to close that space. Sony going to start taking a little bit of damage here, but it is going to be Healing Stat that's torn into.
Healing Stat is half health.
Yeah, he's got plenty of mana, though, to work with if he can create a little bit of space. The question is whether or not he's going to be able to do it, because he's going to go for mind control to try to do it, run him away. This is really what we expect from him.
He's not having it, man.
He's $15 a month to not even play my character. And you can also see
that.
Yeah, this is beautifully done by Healing Stat. Man. We saw him use the mind control in the last one as well. Now it's going to be Sony, who's rotting down quite a bit. He's reconnects to Healing Stat.
That's a big crit. That is so good for Sony. He immediately got a big crit. Now he's got to fight through that absorb shield, and he's already through it again. And then Healing Stat only really has to do 600 damage to him, 500 damage to him. And I think that he can probably just wand it. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What?
Do we have instant replays? What? Yeah, I'm sure Sony right now is like, clip it.
God. Wow. Can we go back to Sony? Can we watch Sony for a second here? Look at that,
dude. Flex it.
Look at that.
Flex those muscles, dog. Oh, dude, I kind of expected this from him. He's got some extra faps right there on my head.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, dude, he fapped on Adrian's head too.
That was ridiculous.
Actually, he didn't. We just confirmed that no faps are not allowed in the tournament. No free extra pushes. Yeah, but dude, what? Actually, you play a warrior. I've never seen you do that.
So here's what happened. Okay, he got an auto attack crit. The auto attack crit happened in between Adrian's shields, healing stat shields. Because that happened, he gained enough rage to go into Berserker stance, I believe, or use all of his other attacks, and he ended up getting, as far as I know, a Mortal Strike crit at the same time as another auto attack crit at the same time, and that was just enough to completely take it home.
So I also want to say, last night we were all sitting around, we were eating some cheeseburgers together. Yeah. At 4 a.m. in the morning, and right after we said, wait, we didn't make the bracket yet, what should we do? You basically said, you can't count out Sony. And you talked about all of the experience that this guy has. Healing Stat looked like he was winning that. It looked like Healing Stat was going to be able to win.
To be fair,
I think he's still favored.
To be fair, Sony did get extremely lucky.
So
it's not luck. Luck is
okay. They're back at it. Let's go. They're back at it. Let's go.
Here's the thing.
And then so immediately Healing Stat makes the distance, and then
I want to say this really quick. Sony basically, there was a tiny little opportunity, and he used it. That's not luck. That's being a god. Let's see if he's able to do that again.
Okay, he's already at half health, and then he gets mind controlled away from Healing Stat. He's doing the exact same thing, and then immediately he goes for the bandage, which was actually really good because there wasn't a dot on him at the beginning. That's really, really bad for Healing Stat. Healing Stat's already below half mana. Sony's doing really well right now. He's trying to wand him down, and Sony's got about 1,000 health left, but Healing Stat's already lost his shield. He got feared again. Sony Berserker rages right out of the fear. He stuns the what was that? He war stomps that, and then I think Healing Stat might go for a second mind control, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, he got another shield. This is not good for Sony. This is not good for Sony. Unless he gets another round of lucky crits, that's going to be over. Can we let them know that just to be a little bit more like proactive with the duels, or at least we can stay on them?
Yeah.
Just so because everybody wants to see the beginning.
Yeah, they need to wait on us.
Yeah, I think they were just going too fast.
If you guys watch your stream, wait till I /ready you if you're horde and you can't hear my chat.
Yeah, let's just say that was incredible.
This is. I think
that was basically what I thought would happen every time.
I think that we favor Healing Stat a whole bunch in this one.
Oh, absolutely. And like the fact that Sony won one game at all is incredible. And yes, obviously he did get very lucky. But one thing that I've learned recently, or not recently, in my times playing WoW, good players get lucky more often.
One of my favorite just chatting streamers says that luck is the cross section between effort and donations.
Okay.
And I think in this one you can actually take out one of those factors because we're in the WoW directory here. I think it's luck is the cross section of effort and opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, this is incredible. Like I did not expect to see a single warrior win. I didn't expect to see a single warrior get through the first bracket.
1-1. Sony Digital, if he takes this one off of Healing Stat, he's going to be able to move on forward.
Let's do it. Let's go to the next match. This is the game match. It's 1-1. Let's see if this is going to happen. We're ready.
Let's see if you can find the intersection here. Sony Digital trying to take one more game off of Healing Stat. Healing Stat definitely favored. He's been practicing this matchup as well.
Okay, let's go. We're getting right into it. Sony,
Troll God Sex just whispered, Sony, you got this.
You go, girl. You go, girl. Look at that. And Sony, by the way, almost has 3,000 health at level 40. That is insane.
He's been farming.
Yeah, really I can see that. Healing Stat's only at 2,000. That's, again, preparation. That goes into, what we were saying before about how Classic WoW is all about that, getting geared and everything like that. Okay, here we go. They're about to start. So let's see how this is going to go. Again, I think this is favored for Healing Stat, but we could have Sony pull out another miracle. Let's get this done. Okay, so it's starting off. Obviously, Sony's probably got the charge off right there. There we go. And then immediately hitting him with a 4,000. And then Healing Stat is immediately trying to just mind control him right away, immediately. and then he's running away here, and he immediately stuns the interrupt here. He's trying to do as much damage as possible. He interrupted that stun or that heal with the grenade. Here we go, and Healing Set is basically just trying to heal through the damage. All he's doing is rotting down Sony right now. He's playing the long game. Sony, keep in mind, is already down 1,000 health almost.
But Sony is also chewed through so much of that mana, and that's
right.
why Adrian needs to get this mind control here. If he can get this, create the gap, create the space, then that rot pressure that he gets out is actually going to be very big. But Sony's just been denying absolutely everything. We're finding Adrian almost tapped out on mana, only 629 left. Sony going to be able to charge in? Sony might take
another charge. Is this going to be a reversal of fates? Is Sony actually going to come out ahead here? Healing Stat has got to do something massive to make sure that
dude, what if this is just what if you were just bad at Warrior?
Oh, that's a given.
We didn't realize because that.
Holy shit,
dude! Sony goes against Venruki now.
Venruki, I don't know about that. That's gonna be it. Holy shit, dude! I did not expect that to happen at all.
I don't think Healing Stat did either.
I don't think anybody did.
Yo, what's up, guys?
That's.
Wait! I can actually hear the man himself right now. Let's hear about how Sony was able to grab this victory. Sony, congratulations! We're gonna throw it down to Esfand and Sony.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Digital, nice to see you. Great performance there.
You too, sir.
You know, I thought you looked pretty big, but I didn't realize it was as big as you are. So I mean, it's pretty good. But
yeah, I'd say we're equal size, kind of.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Maybe I could worse jump like you too. But yeah, so that was a great match. I think that a lot of people went into that duel and thought that Priest had a pretty significant advantage against you. I do think you had a few things in your favor. At level 40, comparing the level 40 meta to the level 30 meta, you now have Mortal Strike, which is something that I do think played a big factor in. What do you think?
Yeah, Mortal Strike's huge, obviously, because it reduces the how effective his heals are, but other than that, Warriors don't get a whole lot at 40, given we're still using Whirlwind Axe and stuff. But I'm just happy I was able to kind of showcase a Warrior, Warrior's potential. So
Indubitably. Do you have any? Do you have any other thoughts about this? Any other thoughts about the matchup or going forward?
Well, so I noticed that you guys didn't interview me after the first round, and I was just kind of wondering, you got something against Warriors? I had to win my second round just to get an interview up here, or how's that working?
I do. Rep Prio.
Okay.
That's what I have against Warriors.
All right.
It definitely wasn't because I forgot to plug in the headset last night and have been charging it in between interviews. That is definitely not the reason. So.
No, I'm just messing. But yo, real quick, I don't know if I'm gonna get next rounded. Probably will to Venruki. You guys are killing it. This tournament's awesome. Production value is hilarious. Keep it running, boys. Hello? I think I can't hear Esfand. What happened?
Frick.
His mic didn't die again.
Oh, man. But you know who else died? Healing Stat. We're going to see none other than Sony coming out ahead. Asmon went to go grab batteries. A Withered has run away.